Hello all, Joe again today, and this will be an address towards society's take on female toplessness and breastfeeding. Now, as far as I know, breastfeeding isn't illegal in most of the United States, but it is something that is very frowned upon in society when done in public. And female toplessness is under subject to censorship, but in some states they have made it legal, and in some areas they've made it legal, but for the most part that is illegal. I don't really understand how or why female toplessness is illegal but male toplessness isn't. I'm not going to say if anything it should be the other way around, but it's like female nipples serve more of a purpose than male nipples. That of course ties into talking about breastfeeding. Why are things that are natural, just in general, unacceptable? I'm talking about pubic hair, I'm talking about zits and pimples, I'm talking about pretty much anything that comes with being a natural human being. Those are the things that we shun, and we're so focused on being artificial and skinny. Because, just because you're skinny doesn't mean you're healthy. I think that the focus should be more on being healthy and being natural, which all is a cycle that ties into each other but breaks off into its own subjects. I'm going to try to stay on subject. With female toplessness versus male toplessness, I really don't see the difference, because there are some guys with breasts, but they can show off their breasts, but a female can't show off hers or just be topless in general if she's flat-chested. And I don't see why people would have a problem with public breast. Well, I take that back. People would have a problem with public breastfeeding because it's illegal and socially unacceptable to show your breasts, as female breasts, in public. But for the sake of being able to feed their child, people will have a mockery and something against that. It really is better to breastfeed your child. It's your natural milk that comes out of your body, and if you're good with your health and everything, your milk is good, it's better for your baby than to use artificial stuff. And it's also, of course, undoubtedly cheaper. And I think that our society is just full of haters, because people that would have their own confidence to breastfeed in public, and women that could be topless, it's just like, we don't like natural confidence, we like the artificial confidence that the media likes to feed us. And that's why things get socially shunned, even if they are and aren't illegal. And I say that I am all for female toplessness. I think that men and women should be treated as equally as we can possibly get ourselves together. And for every guy that goes around topless, there should be a female that's going around just as topless and just as free about her day. And society can make you uncomfortable about some things. But if your baby's hungry right now and you can go ahead and breastfeed on that park bench, you should go ahead and do it. People are going to walk up to you and try to tell you to move. Don't move. Be exactly who you are, where you are, any time of day that you are. It's your baby. It's your breast. It's not like they can do anything against you, because you might want to look it up for your individual area, but as far as I know, breastfeeding isn't illegal. So there's really nothing they can do to you. And they will say, from what I heard from someone else, that people will say that they don't want you breastfeeding in public because they don't want their children to see a naked breast. When some of these people have female children, and when they take off their clothes, they will see naked female breasts, and I feel bad for any boy that hasn't seen their mother's breasts. Like, just in general, because it's like, why would you hide something that is just on your body? It grew that way, or maybe it didn't grow a certain way that you wanted it to, but it's your own natural body. People should be appreciative of themselves and each other, and it's like the shunning of these things being inappreciative, and like I said, some of it is being a hater. But I'm saying, fuck the haters. Do what you do, and do what you gotta do, and do what you want to do. Now, as far as female toplessness goes, I'm not saying get arrested, because they will arrest you. But what they call indecent exposure to some levels is like a misdemeanor, and it's not, as long as you don't like pull out your genitalia, you won't be so harshly punished. But I mean, it's all about freedom fighting in a way, and I hate that we have to pick such stupid little things to freedom fight about, like being able, who can show off their breasts and in what public, and breastfeeding and stuff. But I see it all as just basic senselessness, and the only way to wise people up is to go ahead and do these things, and then you might have to explain later. If you don't want to, that's totally up to you, because you really don't have to explain yourself. But that's what I see it's about. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'll talk to you all later. And free the breasts!